I
going out
don't
here.
remember. I don't remember. Sorry,
Yeah,
but every time I see you guys, y'all be smacking,
appreciate
and
it.
yeah, y'all be smacking really hard. But it's like I always wondered, like, what made you decide to go on, to do Southern Soul or to do a cover band? Because almost everybody in the group is pretty much quartet.
Quartet.
Yeah,
The
you
only
can
person that's not quartet is my guitar player Travis.
tell. Okay.
And yeah, he's the only one that's not really quartet like that. But the rest
Yeah.
of us were born and bred quartet. Twan, the drummer, he used to play for the McDuffies. Um,
Okay.
Keith kind of played with it here. Some of everybody. Me and my brother did. Roy. And
Mm,
the other keyboard player, Trey. He's not quartet as well. But other
okay.
than that, everybody else quartet. But to answer your question,
Mm-hmm.
um, I I was doing, of course, doing the church stuff and stuff like that. And I just
Mm-hmm.
was, kind of thinking about it. So I started singing with this other band, called Level 10 Live Band and Show. And then, as the time went on, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, we had a split in the road. And how Live in the Flesh got started was, um, of course, I promote events and stuff as well. So I do, a lot of people don't know that I do like
Mm-hmm.
adult events as well. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting ready to have an event, needed a band, and I was like, man, yo, we ain't got the other band no more. So let's just I kind of called all them boys kind of at the last minute. I sent them the music on the way and they pulled up and they came and played that night. King George was there. King George was Young Holiday at the time. Um, uh, yeah, so we had that going on. Like, so we just kind of went with it. We just did like a 30, 45 minute set. And after that, like the phone just started ringing. And I was like,
Whoa.
this is crazy. I was looking to do this one time, and somebody called us to come do a festival like the next weekend. Somebody, then we started just rolling and rolling and rolling from there. And then I think one of the biggest things was when we did the Black Food Truck Festival in Charleston a couple years back. A
Mm-hmm.
lot that video still circulating right now. That video got like 20,000 views. So
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, that's kind of how. And I was like, hey, it's working. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all.
Man, because I mean, like you say, majority, like 90, 80% of your group is all quartet. And you could
All
tell.
quartet.
You could
Yeah,
tell.
yeah,
So if you know quartet, you know the sound of quartet, you know the
yes.
movements of quartet. But like you said, that you hosted like adult events. And I think that's one of the things that make you so relatable when you guys
Hmm.
are singing, because you interact so greatly with the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you honestly make people want to get up and start dancing. Or, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And I love, when I tell you I love it, I be like, that's my little brother, man.
But that's
I
what
love
it's supposed to
it.
be. Like when you come to an
Yeah.
event like that, and this is kind of going back to the whole, which one of the other questions you asked me, like ministry and stuff like that. Like it's to me, it's all intertwined. Cause man, you'll be surprised at how many people have come up to us. I've
Yeah.
gotten inbox and phone calls like, yo, me and my wife ain't danced in years. We ain't been out, but we came to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Wow.
helped rekindle our love. Like we danced all night. That's something we did. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff those are testimonies you don't really hear
Yeah.
like that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This and a lot of people that come see us be church people. Because they know I ain't doing nothing crazy. I ain't doing nothing raunchy.
I was
I
just
ain't
about to say that. I was
I
just
ain't
about
doing
to
no,
say
I ain't doing no cussing. I ain't doing none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
that.
nothing against nobody else. That's just the way I decide to roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot of people from the church pastors come see us all, pastors and their wives come see us all the time. Um, let's say church people in general, like a lot of quartet people come see us all the time, you know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why we try not to go too far from it, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't try to, scrutinize us or whatever, like, man, they too quartet or whatever. But uh, uh, listen, when you go to Rome, you gotta do what the Romans do.
You do. Right.
So most of the people in there identify with a certain sound or a certain whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and if they can identify with that, they're more comfortable. They're more willing to have a good time when they not too far out of their comfort zone. And because of that, like I said, a lot of them they may know the music, they may not know the music. And if they do, excuse me, whether they do or whether they don't, once they hear or see them quartet moves or hear some church stuff going, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like they be like,
Uh-huh.
oh, this ain't too bad. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So uh yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
And you know what? Let me, and